can see how the lanes might go relatively well for them. You know, they talked about that on the panel. Hoodwink Broodmother, really strong lane. Don't really care that much super early on about the Naga Siren. You're just going to trade in farm. The other big issue that I'm seeing, in addition to every point that they raised, is that you're going up against a Marcy, Death Prophet, Naga Siren. 3 relatively beefy heroes. So even when you do make these rotations with your Tusk and Hoodwink, once you hit those ultimate timings, I'm not sure if you kill them, or at least cleanly. You know, you're going to have responses. I haven't even talked about the Vici Gaming supports yet. I mean, this is a FY Rubik, an absolute treat to be able to witness, and I'm going to get Yang on the CM, one of the strongest laning supports in the entire game. So I'm keen to see how Outsiders are going to be able to make a game out of this one, because I really feel this is strongly Vici favored.
We've seen so far FY play the Rubik once. That was in their debut game as well versus Cloud, and it was nothing short of what we would expect out of FY's Rubik. I think we even might have gave him the MVP. That was a pretty goddamn stellar performance from him. And I know the panel mention of kind of how awkward this Silencer pick is into the Naga. And there's going to be a little bit of value in team fights to help address the Rubik. I don't know if you're really picking this hero to try and deal with him though, because I'm very, very concerned about how Outsiders from China are not going to be able to deal with their side lanes in regards to the Naga illusions. Like, sure, Medusa can when you're starting to walk down a lane, but you've got supports that can't address it. Even Tusk might have some difficulties as the game goes on as well. So I'm kind of concerned in that regard.
To me, I think the only way that Outsiders have a shot this game is if Echo has an amazing game, and I feel like they just haven't drafted for that, right? DP is such a great matchup against the Tusk. You're always able to just use that Spirit Siphon pretty freely onto him. He's going to be trying to keep his space as much as he can, but every single time he goes forward to hit a creep, he's going to get siphoned or he's going to get Crypt Swarmed in the face and lose the trading battle almost every single time.
Also, those old classic China position twos, and I should say players, not heroes, and Setsu's one of them, and he's very comfortable on the Death Prophet, who's a region who's always favored this hero, so not going to expect him to be in, I should say, out of his comfort zone. And then we spoke a lot about kind of the comfort for XM in the previous games. Had a great performance on the Nature's Prophet, over 1,000 GPM. And while this game is going to be on the Medusa, looks like he's, what, silver tier? So he's played a couple of games. It is a hero that's not very hotly contested in the meta at the moment. As top, Vici Gaming, they're going to look to strike as soon as they hit level 2. Ava will be in some trouble, but the pushback from Xiaoma will help Ava get some distance away.
Just speaking of the Medusa, she's actually getting dived right now as New. She's going to look to... Actually doesn't have the Dispose leveled up just yet. Gone for the side kick. Of course, up against these 2 ranged heroes, Rubik can't do absolutely everything to be able to keep them bullied away. Just to make sure he's a little bit more into that regen for the lane. Speaking of the Medusa, she's got the pretty Medusa skin. That's always nice to see. You know, the super rare one. Yeah, I think I've got 2 of them. Might give one to you if you're good.
Oh, if I'm good. What the? When am I never?
All right,
I'm the golden child.
Don't make me list them all.
The golden only child.
Mm-hmm. We've established
no one
this.
beats me outside.
You're my little brother, all right? We've established this. My annoying little brother that has these TikTok memes and all that sort of stuff. Look at that. You've got me sidetracked and they got a kill on the bottom side of the map.
I said outside. What do you mean? I was trying to cut you off. You kept going. That's not my fault.
About the weather.
Well, it's freaking hot, man. I'm 11:40 and I'm like sweating.
We're sweating.
Oh, god damn. What is going on? Oh, god damn Australia weather. What is he? Yang? Like Australia, maybe some spiders. We get some action out of one of them with Ava chasing down Yang, and this is a bit of a concern. Like, you pick this Crystal Maiden to try and obliterate the Broodmother lane team, because a very strong laner. You can have some difficulties in regards to your positioning, and that's why they've tried to do their best to cut down the trees, but you're really hoping to come out on top on the early couple of minutes here against this Brood, and giving away a kill like that's not going to help.
Oh, for sure. You can see, though, every single lane is going pretty favorably for Vici right now. They're going to go for another kill onto Yang, and well, I'm not sure if that Bushwhack's going to land on anything, Xiaoma. The Acorn shot was still a couple of seconds off cooldown, so...
Maybe he was thinking about dropping a branch? I'm not... Maybe the...
Cast range, a little too small for it, I'd say.
Look, I don't know. I'm just trying to be
You're trying to give him the benefit of the doubt, I understand.
Yeah, exactly. I'm just like, maybe Xiaoma was going for the clutch play. He got frostbitten, right? So maybe he's like, wasn't expecting to get frostbitten. He was going to get on top of them, make that huge play. Then all of a sudden, CM's dead for a second time. Then we're like, oh, god damn, look at this player.
I mean, it was the right idea, for sure. You know, you got to make sure that you keep this CM bullied out of the lane for as long as possible, get that Broodmother off to a good start, seal off at least a portion of the map. Like the panel was saying, Nagasaran, one of the better heroes at being able to deal with that just through the illusions, being able to clear out the spiderlings without too much risk to yourself. To see what the issue is, allow the CM to just stay in this lane. Bullied out, doesn't have any regen left for himself until the next amount is ferried through to him, just relying on the mangoes and the tower regen for now. Might even walk all the way back to base or build up some stacks rather than stay in the lane. At least he's quick forward enough.
Lane XM might be in some trouble. Who's going to be able to reposition the Medusa thanks to the Dispose, but XM will get some effective health back. So the Snake, and meanwhile outside has just been freely right-clicking FY. 2 points in the Curse as well, so a decent amount of damage traded back into Vici's off lane. So honestly, in the end, it does seem like Radiant kind of come out on top of that minor exchange.
Mm-hmm. FY's going to have a quick look if there's any sort of bounty room, but not going to be the case. I mean, Rubik is great for a number of things. We'll probably see. Yeah, it'll be fine. He's great for a number of things. The laning stage is still a little weak, though, right? Such long cooldowns on the Telekinesis and the Fade Bolt. They're not even going to be able to get a kill onto Setsu in the mid lane, despite Xiaoma making the rotation through just to refill the bottle for now. I'm sure he's going to look to play around the power runes. That was the other thing that I really wanted to discuss. Like, how are they going to be able to play around the potential for kills happening in this mid lane? I don't think the Walrus Punch is enough. Even Walrus Punch plus Acorn Chop Bushwhack. It's all just going to be on that sharpshooter timing. So let's see how quickly Xiaoma can look to get into it. Why though? Positioning on point.
Setsu. Alright, Exo's going to be popped, but look at Yang's positioning after the creep wave. So we'll hold Echoes into place after the snowball, and Vici Gaming have done an incredible job at keeping this catapult alive as well. So Setsu, of course, he'll have to try and tank up some of the creeps, but that Spirit Side will make it very easy.
And he's done it long enough so that the creeps are here to join. So the Flag Bearer creep is the one taking a lot of the right clicks now. Outside doing his best to try and keep the wave pulled away from the tower. So they're going to minimize the damage, but I wonder if that'll lead to a potential gank attempt on this bottom side of the map. He doesn't have a TP available on the Silencer, so see what they opt to do. Full TP is available for Vici Gaming if they did want to go for that sort of play, but maybe just not feeling confident to do it while the Exorcism isn't available. Oh, he's actually going to go for a solo kill.
All right, New brought down with the first use of the Unleash in our top lane as well. We go as Ava and Xiaoma in combination will chase down Yang. They want to continue to try and man-fight Erica. Satiable Hunger will soon expire, but you are getting the Brood very close to level 6, and Xiaoma's probably going to leave the Brood to get some solo experience. So with this wave, Ava should hit the 6 mark.
Yeah, I really wasn't expecting a solo kill from you onto the Medusa, who is TPing back down to this bottom side. Of course, no Unleash for the next 70 seconds, but this is not how you expected the game to go, picking up this Medusa, already falling nearly 1,200 gold behind. Will outside be able to get away from this. New looking to join together with FY, with the boots of speed. Should look to be able to catch.
Setsu's coming over just in case they need the extra man.
You think that's what it was? You think he's not trying to just snipe that kill?
Well, he already shoved the creep wave, so I suppose that was the big thing. Setsu was able to make that play. You've got Exo up in 35. Are they going to go for this?
I don't think they can.
What is the call now for Vici Gaming that Ava has level 6? Do you need to just put Erica in the jungle? Can the Naga actually even continue to play this lane versus Ava's Spiders now?
I think you can. I mean, the Naga Siren, you're going to be pretty proficient yourself in just dealing with them, right? Of course, the Broodmother hitting that level 6 is a very scary timing, but so is Naga Siren just getting more and more levels and experience, right? More points in the Riptide, more capabilities just to shove out these lanes super easily. So it's really about how can you find a kill onto the Naga Siren and then let the Broodmother take over this lane, but I don't feel like they've got the heroes for it just yet.
XM should be protected for a moment with the Stone Gaze. It's going to give enough time for the TPs to start to come out.
Tusk's coming, though.
Is he actually going to try and fight? He's locked into the tree line, won't be able to cut an escape avenue. So we'll look for as much damage as he can onto Xiaoma. And he too will join him inside the grave, so... Yeah, look at Echoes, who wants to kill...
Slowly cutting trees.
He's like, all right, dude, I'll get it. Whatever. I made that rotation. I'll protect you out of the tower.
It took so long, though. Look at this mid lane. DP is just pushing down this mid tower, almost unopposed. I say that because Outside's doing his best to be able to try and push him away, but Silencer just cannot do anything against this type of push, especially one as poor as him. Doesn't even have the boots just yet, so you can just get run down if you overcommit. Might catch Echoes on the retreat.
I didn't even know how you're going to stop Setsu. This guy's got a mechanism already. You get the kill into the Crystal Maiden. Setsu popped the mech early to try and keep the support alive, but it looks like he'll be okay as well. I was thinking maybe with that mech used and not giving him a lot of value out of it, they might think about chasing, but not the case. So in the end, it's only a 1 kill advantage for Vici, but you take a look at the net worth, that does not represent that at all.
No, kills do not matter in this context, and they're going to at least be able to clear out one of these observer wards that Vici have placed. You know they want to be playing aggressively against the Medusa. Medusa knows that she's not safe to go back to that lane, especially with the Unleash coming off cooldown. So any chance that you can get to disrupt XM's farm, we saw what an absolute beast he was in game number 1 with more than 1,000 gold per minute on his Nature's Prophet. Certainly not the case this game, though.
Erica might be in some trouble. Actually levels up the song. Wasn't sure if she had one available. Doesn't look like the silence is going to tick her out, so she's the song and will be able to escape. Meanwhile, Vici, they're going for their own smoke as well. Setsu's Exos are not at the ready. Trying to look for the backstab, but no one on Radiant will be home. The casualty of this attempt.
Wonder who they're actually going for with this smoke, whether it's just trying to cut off the area of the map and the farm, because Ava is the one that is doing a decent job farming. You can see the rotation coming up top from Echo to be able to potentially punish any kind of defensive rotations. They really want to take this tower to enable the Deuce's map presence to expand. But, I mean, it's just going to be a while. I think Echo showed on the lane as well, so they know that they're not having to worry about a Tusk committing into a team fight without having to use that TP to do so. So you just see FY, he's even just sitting inside the jungle, because who's going to stop him?
The one really nice thing, hold that, Setsu mid lane. Jama does have the 6 to work with now. Let's see if the damage is going to be enough before the mechanism. Spirit Siphon only onto one member. Is the health back actually enough to keep him alive? And Setsu is in fighting shape, and FY can turn it around off the back of the shards. They were just lacking the damage, ever so close to getting the kill onto Setsu, but that mech and the Spirit Siphon was enough to keep the Death Prophet alive.
And that's what I was talking about, right? Even when you hit these timings on the Tusk and the Hoodwink, and they hit it perfectly, right? He was in a really good position to get picked off, but it's just not quite enough. And he's almost, he has the Greaves now, I believe. So even with those silences being pumped out onto him, he's going to be able to have that safety net.
Can they fight Ava? I don't know about this. You run directly into the freezing field, and Ava's health is just gone. Thought there were maybe some more boys nearby, but you run into the field and you're going to pay the price.
You thought. I mean, again, times Broodmother wants to be just sitting up onto this top side, but Broodmother's not going to win you the game solo. It needs to be the Medusa that does that. So more space given to XM. Something's got to give, and at that time, just choosing the wrong fight to look to try and fight into. Just trying to think of when the next big advantage could potentially come for Outsiders, right? You've still got 800 gold away from the Blink Dagger. They might try and get a kill here onto the Marcy with 3 heroes committing for the purpose. No BKB just yet, but that shrugs it off. Will we able to get to safety? No. But I wonder if this reveals something for XM, right? Like, you've made a big smoke happen. They know that because there was no Greaves or mech coming through for the safety of the Marcy, that you might be in trouble. They see the courier, they find XM. Do they have TPs? Just on Silencer.
Nice silence. Just before the Stone Gaze was activated for XM, maybe if they got it out. But I suppose, like you said, it was only the Silencer that could really TP. So that extra gets them a kill, and they're going to be able to net it now into a tier 1 tower. And this is just further restricting the map that Outsiders from China need to catch up.
Yeah, I mean, Medusa probably one of the better heroes at being able to make use of that ancient camp area. So any chance that you can get just to make gank attempts a little bit less punishable is going to be a big bonus. And I mean, I feel like this will lead Erica into just playing even more aggressive than he has already. You can see him sitting at the very top of the net worth charts, and he's just going to set himself up a position here to be able to farm. You've got New farming his own ancient camp, so it's not like that one's being wasted either, although it is under vision that was dropped down by Xiaoma previously, so I wonder if they're going to try and go for a kill onto him prior to him picking up this BKB for himself, but they're going to need to be quick because he's only 400 gold away. That's where the pings are happening.
See now with this blink on Echoes, him along with the Hoodwink look to try and make some plays across the map.
But on who? That's always my question. Who? It's going to need to be a support, honestly, for them to be able to even get anything out of it. And I mean, all the while, you're going to be farming on a Naga, you're going to be farming on a DP, becoming even more unkillable, and you're just eventually going to reach this point where, you know, we saw that he was able to solo kill the Deucer previously, and it's just going to get worse and worse. You're going to lose Aegis, you're going to lose more towers, and then you're going to be able to freely siege high ground with Naga illusions and exorcism.
It's a difficult position to be in here from outsiders from China. It's not like this Global's really going to provide them a whole lot as well. You've got the Manta on the Naga to purge it off. You've got the Greaves on the Death Prophet. BKB on the Mastiff. New wants to utilize it like that. It's maybe something they maybe even have to just use for a pickoff instead of like a big team fight engagement. This game is really starting to get out of control.
It is. I really do want to commend the itemization choice coming through from Xiaoma, though. He's gone a Veil. He realizes they need that little bit of extra damage to be able to pick someone off, and, well, he has to make sure that it gets delivered to him first. You can't take a fight without this. You saw that you couldn't kill the Death Prophet before, and she's just become tankier in the meantime.
And instantly queues up the shot as well from Xiaoma, so extra little bit of amplification is under the T2 tower. Tusk is the initial target. Setsu's just acting as a bodyguard, intercepting the reinforcements from protecting the Tusk. And that Death Prophet's positioning perfect, and meanwhile, mid lane, Erica, Song is out. Setsu, he's got that second point of the X. So
there's still got a little unleash left.
XM is going to have to watch himself and just end up dying inside the lane. A snowball from afar means there will be no escape. The Medusa, he just wants a little bit more creep farm before they get the kill, and they're even catching up to Ava as well. Oh, Ava, they've got that one watered. they know exactly where you are. Freezing field once again. Outsiders from China, all the corpses littering the ground as Vici Gaming, and this was the team we come to expect. Game one was all outsiders from China, but it's a night and day difference from Vici in the second game.
Yeah, if it's not a massive outdraft, then you got to favor them, right? Their potential to just outplay is second to none. I mean, they just did that one perfectly. Setsu not even popping the exorcism when he got that solo kill on the bottom side. That actually brings him up to the level 12, which assists with being able to get the next few follow-up after that. They're just playing the map so well, right? They know that Erica doesn't need to be part of these team fights, but he's able to enable the next one to come through. You know, that's what the great teams of, TI champions have been able to do time and time again, right? It's not enough to win the team fight, you get the +1 on top of that.
And this draft that you're going for with the Hoodwink and the Tusk, you're too far ahead for the damage is just going to be mitigated. You put a lot of priority on in the draft, and we see kind of the itemization still not paying off as well now. And they're going to chase him in the tree line. Oh.
FY.
Almost duking.
He's stealing Erica in. Oh, they found him.
All right, they'll finally catch up to him. I guess the little bit of extra couple of seconds.
Threw him away.
They have to drop a... No. You're not going to let him escape, right? Ava went back. Oh, no. Now this board will pay off. I mean, I gotta give him props for living as long as he did. Meanwhile, in the mid lane, New finds a freebie onto the silencer.
Has he got the boots yet on the silencer? Okay, he does. Nearly into the 4 stuff, but we haven't really seen the impact of that. Have we seen a global?
Jump in, Echoes with Xiaoma nearby, but I don't think they've got the damage. Max charge of the sharpshooter, and New will just be able to shrug it off.
That was with the Veil as well. So again, like every time that they go for a kill attempt, they've just got that one extra item that's going to prevent them from being able to actually secure it. EKB that time for New. He's nearly gotten into the Basher, so even a little bit more strength given over to him. It's just going to get rougher and rougher. So really the next time for... Oh, he's walking under vision.
I don't think he has damage. Was he under vision? What?
I'm looking at...
actually, under the remnant to the T2 tower.
That's what I'm looking at.
Xiaoma's in trouble. First global the game, but FI is just going to try and TP out in their face, and they don't have a way to cancel it. They will start to backstab Erica, though.
Might get
Song, can he get it off?
He's got Aegis, though.
Perfect use of the chain control. Oh. Okay, they'll burn the Aegis. It's okay. It's okay. Do they ever stun once he respawns? Erica still has the Song to work with. They turn it around. It's only Marcy nearby, and Erica's just going to look to try and TP out. Okay, Aegis, you'll blow it. 2.5 minutes left that they had to work with it, so it's something, right?
Yeah, sure.
Right?
Sure.
Oh.
The Deucer was taking the time to farm on the bottom side, so that's a little bit of a bonus, right? You know that if there are multiple heroes committing to potentially protect the Naga Siren, that Deucer's going to have that little bit of extra freedom. She's nearly finished up the Manta style, to be fair, and they've done a pretty good job of being able to protect this ancient camp area, so XM's going to look to accelerate that farm further and further, but you just see there's nowhere for them to safely farm on the map. Ava's taken the top side. Deucer just needs to wait for creeps to spawn because he can't go out into the mid lane. He can't go top. Someone's already there, and well, it's a death sentence to go onto the bottom side of the map.
The bottom side of the map is not going to have a T2 for much longer as well. Setsu popping that Exo, so open up the map even further.
All right,
so I
want to see Xiaoma just use your Bushwhack and Acorn Shot combo on that mid lane just to get experience. He's got the Tome coming out to him. He's got the Veil. He's got the Boomerang. He needs level 12. You know, it's a big damage boost if he's able to get into that one, especially once it gets amplified by all of his itemization. But I think he needs it. Like, at level 1 Sharpshooter is not going to be enough. He's choosing to farm a little bit safer underneath the tower rather than going out into the lane, not wanting to give up his life freely.
Ava is doing an incredible job as well at forcing back some of the heroes. That's a lot of damage into the tier 2 tower top. So he'll be able to cut that next wave as well, continue to provide some pressure, at least in one lane out of the 3.
I wonder if this is optimistic by Victoria or if he's just having fun with it, because he's got the Ags queued up, and I don't really see what that's going to provide them this game. You know, the AoE silence coming from the last word, it's great once you hit, you know, level 25, but I have a feeling this game might be over before you reach that stage. It's really just going to be on the back of a Medusa, so maybe going down his original route of into the 4-staff might be the better option. Oh, they found Hoodwink as well. FY. He's always just in a position to be able to catch someone out. And won't go up onto the high ground, unfortunately. Although, no.
I'm
trying to be optimistic, bro. All right.
Optimistic. I understand. They saw XM run up this high ground. Does Erica want a song for this?
Nah. They're happy to take the tier 2 mid, I'd say.
New nearby with the Unleash. Oh, he didn't get XM's going to lose a lot of his mana.
He got it.
Maybe his health pool as well. New soloing down the Medusa. At least he gets the Stone Gaze off, so will safely retreat to the tower, but they have to even use the Global Silence as well just to cover that escape.
And now he was forced to do that off the back of basically a Marcy just popping BKB and wanting to unleash him, right? Now he's going to add to the threat with Setsu getting the Blink Dagger. So his role in a lot of these is pop Exo, blink in, use your BKB, and chase down the Medusa. Try and either force her away while the rest of your team takes towers, or force a BKB, force an ultimate, back up a little bit, and then just look to do it again when Deuce's big defensive potential is gone. At least, though, Hoodwink, level 12. We're trying to push out this bottom lane. I wonder if they can look to go for this when realizing that they don't have BKB on New. It's just a matter of how do you get out onto the map with all these Naga Siren illusions blocking your path.
Yeah, it doesn't seem like you're going to be able to. They've been trying to close the distance onto top as well. Using a great position, runs directly into Ava. We'll look for a TP out. Is anyone nearby to cancel that? Well, New can do it himself. The rebound. Still into the tree lane. Freezy Phil, don't run back into it. Well, I guess it's a little bit awkward anyway.
He had nowhere to go.
Yeah, it's a tough position for him to be in the mid lane as well. They're just starting to annoy the Medusa. I mean, Erica, an easy one for the Naga to find. Plenty of items to be able to win this man fight. Unfortunately for the Silencer, you are not a hero that is able to do a whole lot to protect the Medusa. Just has to stand idly by and watch. And I mean, Setsu, no hesitation. This man
he's feeling
has
himself.
Zero fear with the position they're in right now. They're even going to time a tier 4. Vici Gaming, screw a tier 2, screw a tier 3. T4 is not even enough to hold them back. Vici Gaming, 18,000 net worth lead. They're going to look to try and crack the high ground now.
Yeah, and there really isn't something that's going to be able to stop them as they find another pick off onto Xiaoma. They just haven't made use out of that Hunter's Boomerang, out of that level 2 Sharpshooter, out of the Veil in combination together with the Tusk. And, well, this means that they're going to be down at least a tier 3 tower. We'll hope that they're not going to use buybacks for this one. I mean, if they could stall this out, right? If they were able to get a couple of kills and stop this aggression from happening, maybe that lets the Tusk get the Aghanim Scepter so that when this next high ground siege is happening, you get a kickback into tier 4s. You split the team up a little bit. Deucer gets a little bit more farmed, right? But just because one thing doesn't happen in that Tusk and Hoodwink being able to combine together, everything just goes out the window.
Yeah, because not only that, you've got also pretty decent high ground wave, high ground clear with the Snake and the Shards, and Deuce is even going Scepter and probably into the Ag Shard next because all the single target abilities from Vici. But you lose one fight, and all of a sudden, because Vici have so much map control, they're able to convert that into a full set of barracks, and now they just have, I mean, that's what, 6k gold swing just off the back of that. So now you've got even more items that's going to make it so much more difficult for them to lose this next fight. So what are we up? We're 1%. Like a 1% chance here for outsiders, and it's like it's not looking good.
So you're saying there's a chance?
Yeah, well, I don't even know what the chance. I cannot see them winning a fight without these items. I don't know what that 1% is.
I can't see them winning a fight. I can see them getting a pick off onto FY, but he's just been on point with a lot of his reactions. Like, you're having to contend against a Heart and an Skadi on the Naga Siren, so she's not getting bursted 100 to 0. Marcy now has, well, again, I feel like they were going for a play. You know, you have Xiaoma down here on the bottom side, but again, they're just not able to connect together. Even had the Arcane Rune to be able to play around with, didn't even need to use the BKB, so just play around the Unleash, not even waiting for that. Against Setsu. Backline.
Look at the jump, man. As soon as they saw the pushback, they're like, all right, let's just jump in. We know we're strong. The Global Silence exchange for the BKB. It'll also get the buyback out of the Tusk as well, but how are you going to prevent Erica from sieging down the base? She's got this Heart completed, so 3,900 health that you've got to go through out of the Naga, and now he'll eat the Sharpshooter as well. So Yang, they haven't even killed off the Crystal Maiden. Finally, Echoes
That's a
will
toss
deal
the
the finishing blow, but it'll come at a cost of his own life.
Yeah, I mean, it just got to that stage where Vici were ready to group up and they just don't care. Again, they find the route, the Hoodwink, the big damage dealer that they've got on their lineup right now, and that they're not even waiting for the pause to go down. They just blow through XM in a couple of seconds, and yeah, this was GG from the draft, honestly. It did feel like a return to form from the Vici Gaming that we all know are super